G'day everyone, hope you are doing fantastically. Big Dazzling is standing at the moment. It's something that I want to do more of, and I've finally got a setup that will allow me to do so, whether I'm sitting or standing, dependent on what is going on. I hope you enjoy this. Before we get onto the laptop and I show you what's happening with the team and what I think people are doing right and wrong during the week and what I'm going to do, just one little thing. Big Dazzling has taken Daz Talks Footy to Facebook. There it is there. The link will be in the description. If you could give that a like and a follow, you can get interactive with Dazzling. Everything about footy that I want to talk about that I can't quite put into a video is going to be put on there. There are going to be fan polls. You're going to have every post. You're going to be able to interact with Daz and have a chat about footy, which we love. Fan quizzes I want to start doing when we hit triple-digit likes with prizes, of course. I'd love for you guys to get involved with that. Live videos after either the Thursday or the Friday night game. I want to be able to go live. Maybe it's just for 5 or 10 minutes. Get you guys involved and have a chat about the first game. My hidden heroes will also be on the Facebook page. Looking forward to that as well. And a shout to you guys. If you guys are writing about footy independently, because there are only so many media spots, or if it's just a hobby, whether you want to do it as a career, you can send through what you are writing about to the Daz Talks Footy Facebook page. I will try and read as much of it as I can and give you guys some exposure. It's something that I really want to do, because when I started writing for Today's Tale at first, and then the Raw, I would have loved to have get as many people onto my stuff as I can, and I'd love to be able to do that with you guys as well. So make sure that you like and follow the page and get involved. That would be great. Of course, in this video, I'm going over the SuperCoach team. It was a bit of a slow start for my classic team. Monica Lipinski is the name I ended up settling on. So let's go from here to the laptop. I hope to see you on the Facebook page. If you like the video, click that like button. Helps with the algorithm. More people get to see it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. About 64% of people that are watching my videos in the last 90 days are subscribed. So if you're a part of the 36% that haven't, I would really appreciate it if you could do so. And let's go from here to the laptop.
Look at Dennis go! He's bloody run out of his own shoes! Tipped it in! Takes it handy! And a bounce! Dennis!
Here we are, welcome to the dashboard. Knowing my luck, this is going to go out quite late on Wednesday because technology hates me. But 2237 is what we opened up with, just inside the 40,000, which is a ranking that it doesn't bother me that much, and it probably won't bother me that much next week either. Up until round 3, when we start making money in terms of our players, of course. Everything, not everything, but a lot of it comes down to luck, getting every single pick right, having the perfect emergencies and stuff like that. I think more things go wrong in the opening 2 weeks of the year than there are for the rest of the year when real hard decisions kick in. So 2237, I'm actually not that disappointed with. I got 2 league wins, both of those in 2 of the Daz Talks Footy leagues. Now, I do have a league of just me and a few mates. Smithy beat me in that. Smithy also beat me in the first Daz Talks Footy League. I didn't set up the fixture like that. And as you can see in the Daz Talks Footy Draft League, Smithy beat me there too by 6. So, congratulations to the great man. A shout out to Nick, the Carlton crew in Daz Talks 42. He put up 23.05 this week and got the chocolate. So a big congratulations to him. And in my Get Around Him league, which is a league with a bunch of mates, I churned out 21-17 from 18 players. I had Christian Petrarca, and he was not my captain. So an absolutely massive score there. Let's get off the dashboard. We'll go through the team, what I'm going to do, some good VCC options, and then I'll let you guys go. Easy peasy. So, there is the lineup. I VC'd McRae and looped it with DeConning. I could have had McCartan again. You need everything to go your way to do really well in round 1. If I get the 32 from McCartan, I end up on 22.69, which would have been a really good number. Good result, but hey, it's fine for now. McCartan's going to make us money, which is fantastic. Like I said, I think DeConning comes back in. I'll be looking at Mitch Hinge as a first upgrade option as we start making some coin. That 50, it's just a bit gross, and I hope he can make money at least once. So we might get him down to a Josh Sin or a Darcy Wilmot, these guys who will be on the bubble the first time that Hinge makes money. So he might go up, let's say 20 grand even. You're still getting a better return on investment than you would be ditching him next week. Jaden Short, Tom Stewart, Heath Chapman all did their job amazingly well. Chapman scored better than Jake Bowie, which is what I wanted, and I feel good about the decision to start him, even though he did have a quiet first half. And like I said about Crisp, he's on notice and he needs to do better. McRae, I've sort of already talked about, did really well against the Melbourne midfield, which is why I clearly don't have him in my team. But if you do have Touk Miller, even if you've got Jackson McRae, I do think Touk is a better VC option. That Melbourne midfield just league points. Touk, one of the best two-way midfielders in the league, competing with Sam Walsh and Andy Brayshaw. Brayshaw's about a year off of being the upper echelon. Walsh has had an injury already, so Touk can be the number one in that for me. Lachie Neale, 140, looked back to his absolute Brownlow best. He's a keeper for the year. I went Crouch over Cripps, which in round one might have seemed like a bad decision, but Cripps needs to be a battering ram in order to get to that score. I don't see that as sustainable as Crouch at his price, averaging 105 and being my ending M7. I'm building my end-of-year midfield, but not going 1 to 5. That's kind of my strategy here. Matt Rowell, he is a keeper, 157. He walks onto the field, plays good time on ground. He just scores. He is a cheaper battering ram than Cripps. I understand that. But I just love the way that he goes about it. Barry, I've already said, if he is injured or he doesn't really get to where I need him to be, he can easily become Lipinski if Lipinski dominates. I've got the money to do it this week, but I've only got one set of data points and I need a little bit more. Horn Francis, Dacos, they were outstanding. Who would have thought Jason Horn-Francis, 75, would be the lesser, not the worst, because he was still fantastic, but the lesser of the popular rookies. I wouldn't exactly call Hinge a really popular rookie. And McCartan, I know, was a pretty popular rookie in Supercoach. I forgot how to talk again for like the third time there. I apologise. But Horn-Francis's ownership's like 75%. So, and no one would be complaining about that score. Dacos, terrific. Josh Ward, we talked about in the most traded outs. Connor McDonald, I am worried that he loses his spot to Luke Bruce. I don't think he should. But if Bruce and Will Day are coming in the same week, I can see a world where Bruce comes in for Finn McGuinness. But that means Will Day has to come in for Connor McDonald. He just does. Unless Ward is injured, in which case McDonald would hold his spot. But if Ward is fully fit and he only had cramp on the weekend, one of those two guys isn't going to play, and that's something that I'm going to have to live with. Machito Owens, I mean, we all kind of got stitched up there. That's 2 years in a row now. I had Ollie Henry to start, and he had 3. So, I'm sorry, it's completely my fault. I promise not to be a jinx. Hugh Dixon was fine, but he'll lose his spot to Jack Darling, I suspect, which isn't great. Maybe I will have to do a correction trade and put Hayes in at R3 and trade Dixon to maybe a Corey Durden next week. That will definitely be one to watch. Gawn and Grundy, I said they wouldn't get 200 between them. They ended up smacking out 216. I'll take that. Max Gawn had one of the worst marking games I've seen from a ruckman. He had the second most sharked hitouts, or the most. He was one of the two with Nat Nui. He dropped a bunch of marks. He didn't use the ball that fantastically, and he still scored 92. I know he kicked a big goal, but to have a day that bad, a game that bad, and still score 92 is a huge tick. Dunkley, Butters, their keepers for the year. Cornelio, McGovern, and Brody, for their prices, they are huge ticks. If I can get them from that until they max out, I will absolutely take it. I really want Cornelio to be a keeper, and he might be. He'll be the last out of everyone in that forward line because I won't be trading Dunkley or Butters unless they're good to go. But if I have to trade Cornelio, McGovern, Brody, Rochelle, Martin, and Hayes throughout the year, Cornelio is going to be last out of that group. But really liked what McGovern did, liked what Brody did. Rochelle was fantastic, and Martin and Hayes, as you can see there on the bench, is unfortunate. I'd had a few drinks even Friday night. Sounds like I've had some drinks now. But I had some drinks on Friday night and didn't fix that for Hayes, which is unfortunate, but it is the way we go. Now, I am not VCing Jackson McRae. I've talked about the fact that George Hewitt will probably tag him, in my opinion, so I'm actually going to VC up Lachie Neale. The reason why, I know his record at Marvel isn't fantastic, but Essendon's midfield leaked points to Selwood, Dangerfield, Parfitt, Guthrie. I know Guthrie had a bit of a quiet day, but Danger in that first half just blew them out of the water. And I feel like Lachie can do that again, which means I'm going to be captaining Jack Steele. I know it's a risk. I know it's a risk, but like I said, the first 2 weeks, it's these lucky decisions that can go one of 2 ways, and I am also going to sub Hugh Dixon for Jack Hayes no matter what. So they'll stay there, and I will emergency Nick Martin now so I don't forget. And what I will do there is make sure that if Dixon isn't named, maybe Corey Durden is to go this week. If not, he'll be a trade next week with probably one of the Hawthorn rookies to correct that. And then either Berry to Lipinski or Crisp to Sicily will probably be the way to go. I'll also take the emergency off Sam DeConning and give it to Patty McCartan. I don't think that loaded, but I'll fix that up in just a tick. But that's it, guys. Let's get out of here. If you are playing me this week, if you are part of the Daz Talks Footy Leagues, good luck. Hope it goes well. Hope it's an enthralling contest. Every game in my leagues went down to the final 70 points, so they were really close, which was fantastic to see. So I hope it's that well again. Let me know who you're seeing and VCing for the week. Comment below. Get a part of the Facebook page as well and have some fun there over the weekend. I'll be posting because I don't have a life without footy, of course. I hope you're well, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.